welcome to Eye on New Paltz. I'm Mark Boylan.
And I'm Cathlyn.
And we have a great show for you today. We are on the Wallkill River right now. It's a little chilly. And what do we have first?
Taste of New Paltz.
Taste of New Paltz. We did that last year, didn't we?
Yeah, we do. And we did a follow-up again this year.
Great story. Oh, I love that place. Love it. And here is Cathlyn with that.
The New Paltz Chamber of Commerce sponsored its second annual A Taste of New Paltz at the Rivendell Winery on Sunday, October 18th. Visitors to the event enjoyed a day of fall foliage, food, and fun.
Today we have pumpkin painting for children. We have face painting. We have pony rides and petting zoo. We also have tastes from all of the restaurants in New Paltz that are members of the Chamber of Commerce and also outside of the New Paltz area. And we also have businesses represented that are selling wares. We also have wine tasting. There's an auction and lots of live music.
Over 4,000 people attended this year's event compared to the 2,500 visitors last year.
Came last year and I thought it was a great community event to see what local restaurants there are and businesses. It's a great time to celebrate our community and the season.
My two boys fed the animals and we fought with them in the wine tasting because I didn't think that was much fun.
Some new additions to A Taste of New Paltz this year included a petting zoo where children fed the animals and an antique car display.
I'm here with the automobilists of the Upper Hudson Valley. That's a car club. And we chose this to be one of our outings. And we own most of the antique cars that you see here.
Overall, people enjoyed the warmth and friendliness found in the New Paltz community.
The people here are so great. I'm from New Jersey, so I don't get to be around friendly people very often.
It was another great day for Taste of New Paltz at the Rivendell Winery. For Eye on New Paltz, I'm Cathlyn. Well, that was a great day for food and fun.
Especially food. I love food. Food's excellent. I live to eat. I don't eat to live. But anyway, our next story is with Billy Mitchell on Voices of Unity.
Church was on April 26th at the NPR when the Voices of Unity played their yearly spring concert. Here's some highlights from that exciting event. The Voices of Unity have been working hard to prepare for their Fall 92 concert at Old Main Theater on November 14th at 7 p.m. for those lucky enough to be there.
Well, that was some great singing. I wish I could sing like that.
Excellent. We're going to go to a break right now. When we come back, we're going to take a look at New Paltz Geniuses and a look at Child Find of America.
Hi, and welcome back to I New Paltz.
And our next story is taking a look at some New Paltz Geniuses, and here's Chris with that.
Hi, I'm Chris Stuffelstreet, and I'm back with another edition of Campus Geniuses. We want to find out what you, the college student, knows about certain trivial things. What does OPEC stand for?
Wait. Wait, is it? It's... Nah, I don't know.
Oil producing emirate carrot cake.
Good.
OPEC? Like opaque stockings or something like that?
Oil-producing economic country, something like that?
Who were the first 5 presidents of the United States?
I don't remember. I know.
Oh, come on, there's a few more.
Abraham Lincoln, George Washington.
Lincoln, Maud, and Williams.
George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, and Monroe.
Okay, what is the state motto of New York?
The Big Apple.
The city that never sleeps.
The state motto of New York.
I don't know.
Excelsior?
Excelsior?
Yes. Can you sing the theme to Mr. Ed?
I wouldn't dare.
What a wonderful horse, of course, of course.
A horse is a horse, of course, and no one can...
Talk to a
horse, of course, unless that horse... Go right to the source and ask the horse. He'll give you the answer that you endorse. He's always on a steady court. Talk to Mr. Ed. People the yakety-yak and waste their day away. But Mr. Ed won't talk unless he has something to say. Hey!
The first 5 presidents were, in order, George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, and James Monroe. OPEC stands for the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, and the state motto of New York is Excelsior. For Ion New Paltz, I'm Chris Stuffelstreet.
I knew every single one of those answers. I'm a genius.
Sure you did, Mark.
Yeah, well, anyway, our next story, why don't you explain that?
Is about an organization that helps find lost children, and Janine explains further.
Child Find of America is a charitable non-profit corporation whose goal is to locate missing children and prevent child abduction. Using trained investigators, Child Find has helped to locate close to 2,200 children in the past 11 years. About 90% of missing children are parental abductions, parents who are convinced that they are doing the correct thing by taking his or her child away. Often the parents are just afraid and unable to cope with the problem. They mean no harm and often seek help from the problem they have created. The Child Find Mediation Program offers the parent who is hiding his or her child an opportunity to mediate the difference with the other parent. This program has proven successful, returning 36 parentally abducted children to a legal situation and prevented 5 abduction cases. Investigators donate their services to the Child Find Mediation Program. Child Find is located in New Paltz and is run in a small office by a staff of 9.
Child Find was founded in 1980 by a mother whose daughter was taken by the natural father several years before. She found that the police were not very vigorous in pursuing these kinds of cases of parental abduction, and she saw the need for a private organization to try to help those parents. She started the organization out of her home and moved to, when interest took off, moved to a spare room at the town hall, and within a year had set up here at this building. In 1981, we were incorporated as a full-fledged not-for-profit organization, and we've continued ever since.
Is this the only location here in New Paltz?
Yeah, so this is the only location. From here we do our investigative services. We have people throughout the nation, mediators, citizens, who help us in various aspects of our work, but this is our only location.
With the support of the Advertising Council, Child Find uses television and radio PSAs as well as print advertisements about the program to urge parents in hiding to call confidentially.
Susan has been kidnapped by her own father.
Hi, sweetie. I'm back.
Hi, Daddy.
What'd you do today?
You know.
Huh?
Same thing I do every day.
Hey, got your favorite. Strawberry shake and a double cheese.
Maybe later, Daddy.
This is like being in jail.
Over 90% of abducted children are taken not by strangers, but by loving parents convinced they're doing the right thing. If you're on the run and you're looking for a way out, call 1-800-A-WAY-OUT.
I saw your number.
A special hotline for people just like you. We're not the police or a government agency.
I got some questions.
You don't even have to give us your name or number. We're just people who care and want to help.
Who are you talking to, Daddy?
Friend?
A good friend?
Just might be.
Calling this number doesn't obligate you in any way, but it could make all the difference in the world. Call 1-800-A-WAY-OUT.
Jeff Muse explains about the process of 1-800-A-WAY-OUT.
We have a whole other area of volunteer work. These would be our mediators. We have, I understand, 40 mediators now who are professional mediators who will intervene in cases of parental abduction to get the two sides talking to get that person to come out of hiding willfully. They call on our A-Way Out hotline. We don't know where they're calling from. We try to convince them to mediate their situation, and then we'll approach the other parent about mediating. And still, we don't know where the person's coming from, so they're protected and hiding wherever they are. And then we have these professional mediators from across the country who offer their time to us free of charge to help in this situation. And the parents do mediation by phone with this mediator, and hopefully, if it's successful, the parent can come out of hiding with the child.
Child Find is a valuable organization. The staff is determined, hardworking, and should be supported. Here are some cases of stranger abducted children that Child Find is currently working on.
William Majewski, born on March 25th, 1983, disappeared on November 9th, 1991. He is from McKees Rocks, Pennsylvania. Michael Wayne Dunahee, born on May 12, 1986, eyes bright blue, disappeared on March 24, 1991, from Victoria, Canada. Kelly Jr. Holland, born on November 17, 1975, eyes blue, disappeared on February 12, 1982, from Hindman, Kentucky. Mark Joseph Heimbaugh, born on May 23, 1980, disappeared on November 25, 1991, from Delhaven, New Jersey. Monique Santiago, born on September 11, 1978, disappeared on March 29, 1990, from Albany, New York. If you have any information about the whereabouts of these children, please call 1-800-I-AM-LOST.
Well, that was a very interesting story. Child Find is a very helpful organization, and if you think you can help too, please do so.
Okay, we're going to go to a break right now. When we come back, we're going to have an exclusive interview with Mickey Hart and a story on LATINAS UNIDAS right here on Eye on New Paltz.
Okay, we're back.
And we have an exclusive story for you, an exclusive interview with one of the greatest drummers in America, Mickey Hart, formerly of the Grateful Dead.
The who?
No, the Grateful Dead. And here's Michele with that.
In the beginning, there was noise, and noise begat rhythm, and rhythm begat everything else.
Mickey Hart can certainly deal with this kind of cosmology. For the past 25 years, millions know that Mickey Hart makes his living as one of the 2 drummers in the Grateful Dead. But aside from playing with this legendary band, Hart still envelops himself in the realm of percussion. We caught up with him in New York City at You Are Here, part of Macy's in Herald Square, where Hart had a book signing for his second book, Planet Drum. The book includes hundreds of fascinating images which look at the power and mystery of percussion.
Sometimes it gets into the spirit world, and that's when your priorities change. And that's what I look for. I go to the trance states and the altered consciousness and looking for consciousness-changing rhythms, and looking to get high through sound. And that's what it does. It elevates the body and the mind, and it makes you conscious.
Hart's book is about rhythm and about the primal experience of percussion. The drum leads Hart back to the sacred, to ritual, to the mythic structures that underlie consciousness.
Percussion has been used in ritual from birth to death, so it accompanies us through life. I was excited when I was a little guy with the idea of finding out why rhythm does what it does to the human body, and it trips certain mechanisms in the body and in the brain, sends adrenaline through our body and allows us to feel good about ourselves. That's what it's all about, really. It's a feel-good thing. It's a focusing technique.
Mickey Hart is also the executive producer of The World, an ongoing project which records indigenous music from ancient cultures around the world. He explains the significance of such recordings.
The best way to find out about who a person is or what a culture has is through its music. In its music, all the stories, the myths, the legends, the history of the culture. This is maybe 30,000 years worth of knowledge.
In Planet Drum, Mickey Hart takes us along with him in exploring the power and mystery of percussion. The book provides an unforgettable pictorial map of the world beat. For Eye on New Paltz, this is Michele Baker.
Okay, that was an exclusive interview you saw with Mickey Hart on his new album, Planet Drum, right here on Eye on New Paltz. We're going to go to our next story, and that is...
LATINAS UNIDAS with Safraz.
On Saturday, October 24th, LATINAS UNIDAS, an organization of Latin American women, held their second annual conference in the Student Union building. The long day began with a mid-morning brunch to which all participants in the conference attended. After the brunch, the participants dispersed and went to the various workshops which were part of the conference. These workshops discussed various issues which concerned Latin American women, such as reproductive health and the rights of the Latin American woman in today's society.
At these conferences, we invite different guest speakers to speak at the workshop on different issues. For example, one of our workshops was La Ley del Hombre, it's an injustice to La Latina, or reproductive health issues, again, political and cultural issues, relationships between Latinas and men. We have guest speakers come up and speak to us on these things.
The highlight of the evening was a semi-formal candlelit dinner.
Santa Teresa de Avila, and she was a nun, una Carmelita, and she believed that the order she was in needed reform. And in 1500, when women really, you became a nun or you were in the house and that was it, she convinced the Pope that the Carmelite order needed reformation. And I think that was great. And I liked her because she was the only Spanish woman saint that I knew. There weren't that many that they would tell us about at school. And what happened? Then we're in the New World. But in the New World, nothing was new for women. We still came, we took care of the family, the men took care of us. In all of Latin America, the church was powerful, and that's what we did. Now we come to modern times. Where are we now?
After the keynote speech, the crowd was treated with a fashion show consisting of Latin American models and designers.
I just hope to accomplish for many Latinas just to keep on fighting and to keep on hanging in there and just to make it in this world and just sigue luchando.
For INU Paltz, I'm Safraz Ishmael.
Okay, great. Thanks. Thanks for joining us this month on INU Paltz. Join me next month, and you'll get an even better show.
I'm Mark Boylan.